Today on Teuty's Track Analysis, we have the track of the day for January 10th, ACROBATECH by David C.R. ACROBATECH is a transitional speed tech track made from the drivable surface road, and it also contains special blocks of engine off and reset. The track contains two finishes. The risky needs roughly 400 speed to reach, and if you opt to take the safe finish with this speed, it will cost you roughly half a second. The difficulty of the track is about average, and the medal time seems slightly easier than normal. I finished ACROBATECH with a time of 41.142. This is just barely behind the author time of 41.103. Outside of the end section and risky finish on the track, I quite enjoyed it. With that said, on the plus-minus rating scale, I give ACROBATECH a plus rating. For the analysis today, we're comparing my time versus Barbos TM, who has the current world record with a 39.608. There's not going to be a huge difference between our runs today, mostly just where we do and do not drift. Like right here at this first turn, you can see I will drift this and the world record does not. I think I only hit this once or twice without drifting, so I opted to just drift it every time to be a little bit more consistent in the runs. This will lead us right into the next turn, which the world record takes a bit wider on the entrance. And you can see here, me being a bit more inside, I'll have to be a bit more aggressive on this drift, and it'll cost me a little bit of speed on the exit. And as we continue on here and pull the world record back to where we are, you can see we start this drift at almost the same exact location, but again, a little bit wider here for the world record ghost. And that wider entrance allows them more speed on the exit, but then here we're basically on the same exact line, starting the drift again at nearly the same spot. And as I unpause here, we'll see that I take nearly the same exact line through this section. And again, for the upcoming turn, we can see that the world record is again taking a wider outside line than I do. And that line, of course, gives them better exit speed. And of course, we got this upcoming jump, which leads us into a plastic piece on the top that pushes us back down. Wasn't the biggest fan of this part right here. Every so often, I would just get a nasty bounce and get a terrible landing for the next part. So I know you have to be like pretty much straight on here, but it sucks that even the smallest amount of turn to your car will just give you such a poor landing and completely kind of ruin your run here. But on this run, we'll get a nice clean landing and continue on. Don't have to drift through this section if you don't want to, and you can see the world record and I are on a nearly same line. But then once we get to this drift here, you can see we started again nearly at the same spot, but again, the world record takes a further outside line than I do. Really, this whole ending section, I was not a huge fan of. It just felt you needed so many things to go perfectly for you in order to get a clean landing on the other side of this jump. If you're pointing a little bit too far to the left, you're going to slide a ton. If you're pointing too straight, you just cannot make the turn. And then on top of that, you also have to make a very difficult jump into the risky finish. So overall, you just need to be like too perfect here at the end to get a clean run. So here for the final thoughts, again, I just want to say that the ending probably took the track from what I thought was probably my first triple plus of the series down to a just plus. It just felt like so many things at the end had to go perfectly in order to make that risky finish. And that was just the approach to the risky finish as well. The jump itself into the risky finish, you have to be so close to that left side wall, you could easily bonk it, lose all your speed, and completely miss the finish. But it is what it is. It still gets a plus rating, and I believe that is the third plus rating in a row, and that is the first time that has happened in the series. The author medal today was again a little bit easier than normal. I didn't get it. I am very close to getting it and probably will go back to try to get it. Tech tracks are one of my least strongest styles, so even being this close is actually quite surprising. But that's going to do it for today's analysis. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content like this. Be sure to check the description for links to my Twitch and Discord as well if you are interested in those. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the next track analysis.